And yes, we're back. Reports of our demise have been greatly over-exaggerated. But there's been a lot of things we missed out since our hiatus, but we're going to jump right back into swing of things. We're going to pay tribute to an anime legend who has passed on, and we're going to get into the anime tropes that we hate and like, because there are some good ones, and finally settle the debate. Subbed or dubbed, which one are you watching? Stay tuned. And welcome back to Pop Culture Showdown. It's been a long minute, but I know you all have been awaiting our arrival. We are back with my two friends. Treasure, how you doing today, Treasure?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm all right. I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? But it's been a long week. It's been a long week. It's been a long couple months.
Yeah.
It's been a long couple months. A lot of stuff has been happening in like the space or whatever. But anyway, we have to my left Jamal. How you doing today?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good. So, one of the new things we got going on today, little item of the day. So everything, like somebody will bring in either a book, I asked you guys to bring a book of collectible, whatever, and tell a little bit about it. So Treasure, I'll start with you. Who did you bring today? What did you bring? I already see it though, but.
So today we have the lovely Spider Bite. She is from the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse movie.
Right.
Honestly, I don't know too much about her, but I just loved her like in the movie when I saw her just for like representation matters, and just like I just loved her design, and I can't wait to see her in the next sequel. I assume she'll be in there and she'll play.
She was the one who was the op though. She was one of Miguel's ops.
She was, but she helped my boy Miles out. Like, it was for the greater cause. Like, he was on a mission.
It was for the greater cause, but you just endangered the whole Spider-Verse by just sending boy back. You're not supposed to do that. Like,
She didn't even send him to the right spot either.
Yeah.
Who are you? ASAP?
Yes, sir.
Rocky?
Yes, sir.
He just had to go, and he got out of there, but it adds for plot, so.
That's for plot. What you mean? We gonna talk about that later. Jamal, who you got today? What you bring with us? Oh gosh.
Look, I'm an out of the box collector. Okay, they belong out the box.
It's worth nothing now. Look how you're touching it.
Anyway, I brought with me, the God Killer Kratos, one of the greatest characters in video game history. Got his Blades of Chaos. He has his Leviathan axe on the back. He's just a great overall guy. Great dad. Great.
He's a great dad?
He's a great dad now.
Isn't he responsible for hundreds of deaths in Greece?
And you will not see the end of this day. I will have my revenge. Excellent child.
A few moments later.
What did it cost?
Everything.
It doesn't have to do with his parenting style.
He literally throws his son in the middle of the wilderness and like, survive, boy.
No. He's teaching his son how to. I'm blanking on the word.
Because there's nothing to say. Anyways, we're gonna move on now. Thank you for bringing it. Oh wait, how can I forget myself? Hold on. So my item of the day, everybody, is my signed Chris Habat Vegeta, Majin Vegeta Funko Pop right here. It is signed by the voice actor Chris Habat, he is the incredible voice of Vegeta. I did not meet him in person to get this, but I did buy it from a website, and it's my treasure because Vegeta is my favorite character, if you haven't noticed.
Not that good.
What you mean he's not that good?
Not that good.
You're not gonna sit here and disrespect Vegeta and sit in front of the bed. No. See, we're not gonna do this.
This place is Vegeta'd up.
Speaking of Vegeta, as some of you may know, this past was a month ago. I can't even remember now, but
It's been like a few weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been like a month almost.
Almost?
Yeah, it's been like a month. But long story short, Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball, passed away. And, I could not bring back the show and not talk about his impact on not just anime, but just pop culture in general. Because everywhere we look, this Dragon Ball everything influences, whether it's in fashion, shirts, You know what I'm saying? Or music. You got rappers referencing, Dragon Ball characters and stuff like that. You see dudes on the football field after they tackle somebody, they out here Kamehameha or something like that, So talk about some of the impacts that Dragon Ball has had on y'all childhoods and y'all life. So I'll start with you, Jamal.
So for me, well, I'm a bigger guy, so seeing characters like Broly, it makes me feel strong. It makes me want to work out more, work harder. Go Super Saiyan. Like he's done a lot, not just for me, but for the weightlifting community in general. Like
Really?
yeah, everyone wants to go.
Super Saiyan in the gym.
Exactly.
So you're just screaming like
Screaming,
a Super Saiyan.
release all that energy. Just I have done it on occasion. I'm not proud of it because
You just screamed in the gym, just lifting weights.
if you you lift a heavy weight, like you have all this energy pent up and you throw the weight down, you're like because
Yeah, but that's usually when you're in a fight, not just because you're lifting weights. But I get it,
yeah, like all that adrenaline flowing. You want to release some ki blasts or.
Do you remember what was like the first thing, like your first introduction to Dragon Ball Z?
I think I was in a barber shop when I first saw it. Somebody had it like on a little TV, and they were playing. It was what was it? It was, remember the episode when Goku was on Snake Way and he met.
Oh, that long journey he was trying to take, man.
Yeah,
Dragon.
that was my first introduction to it. And then after that, I played one of the best fighting games of all time. Dragon Ball Z.
Budokai Tenkaichi.
Budokai Tenkaichi.
Which one? 3?
3.
I like 3.
3's better.
How?
But what do you mean? Like the roster is more inclusive. Like it has everybody. The fighting is a lot more smooth. The.
Are you excited for the new game?
Oh, I'm definitely excited. I'm ready. If my controller breaks, so be it.
What you gonna do to your controller?
What do you mean? The beam clashes when you got to spin the analog stick.
Anyway, Treasure, how has like Dragon Ball like had an impact on your life, or it's just other things that you see around pop culture?
It's definitely like it's gotten me into like the action genre because before then like I just didn't care as much.
Yeah.
I remember I started watching Dragon Ball when I was in Dragon Ball Z when I was in like middle school, and my brother and cousin were watching it, and I just like sat down with them one day and was like, all right, I'm gonna watch too, and I just really loved it. Like I loved the characters, the powers, just seeing them fight. I just thought it was cool. Like it was very like, I don't know, the story just seeing like this guy who just wanted to become stronger and stronger for himself, for his friends, family. So
just a lot of determination, motivation, just like believing in yourself, that type of stuff. So
yeah, and every time you think like he can't win, he wins.
Yeah, exactly.
he comes through.
Except Vegeta, right?
Vegeta has his moments,
They throw Vegeta to the wolves, and then here comes Goku to pick the bones and stuff. Like, oh my.
Maybe if Vegeta just let go of some of his pride, he actually won some.
Listen,
that is true. He's too prideful.
But would y'all agree when I say that Dragon Ball is probably the most recognizable, anime? Like when it comes to like Western stuff, like think of Superman, Batman. Like when people see the symbols, the logos, they know Batman, they know Superman, right?
Right.
But it's like when you see Goku or you see like you know that's Dragon Ball, like it's everywhere. Like I think that without Dragon Ball, that anime as a whole, it probably would have went mainstream, but it would not have like been as big or so soon without Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I think it would have taken another like 5 to 10 years for us to get where we have gotten now.
Yeah, and it's like I would say that that's like a gateway anime too, because that was like the first one I saw, like, and that got me into like everything else. It got me into like I didn't really finish Naruto, but it was because before I was only watching Dragon Ball Z, but then I started getting on to other stuff, Samurai Champloo, Cowboy Bebop, and then if you look at a lot of the animes like nowadays, they take influences from the fight scenes, just the music. I think a good anime needs music at all times when it comes to like fighting and everything. So look, if your music ain't bumping and you don't got no screaming and yelling and the Kamehameha, I'm like, nah, we ain't with it. But anyways, all right. Thank you, Akira Toriyama. You will be missed, and we appreciate your works. We have to take a quick break, but after that, we're gonna talk about some of these anime tropes, cause yeah, we ain't flying with some of them. we not.
Being a dad, I'm able to see everything through my children's eyes. My daughter Zoe, she's happy, she's loving, she's caring, she's sweet. I guess she's that growing bundle of joy.
My dad is just the best dad ever. He says, I will keep you safe the whole way. And he does. Life is sometimes hard. My mom and dad have to go without because they want us kids to have food in our stomachs. The food bank is a place where my family gets help getting food. It helps my family because sometimes we don't have as much. If I had one wish for my dad, it would be to help him out. Because I just love him too much.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Thanks for joining us after that time skip. Speaking of time skips, we're going to get into some anime tropes that we don't like, and we're going to talk about the ones that are good, because some are good. Not very many, but you know. Anyways, so I'll throw it to Treasure first, because I know you watch a lot more genres. Me and Jamal stick to the shonen action drama, but you dip a dab in the romance and everything like that. So I know they have a lot more like corny nonsense that goes on. So what are some tropes that you don't like that it just in any anime like?
Yeah, this is not only in anime, but just in like romance and like any like medium. Like one that really kind of annoys me at this point is just like misunderstandings. Yeah. And if it's like enough to like drive the plot because it's needed, and you know misunderstandings happen like in real life. Yeah. But when it's to the point where it's just like, oh, like I saw so and so like walking up the street and they didn't like say anything to me, or just something like silly. It's just like,
what do you mean that petty nonsense would be like, he didn't acknowledge my presence when I walked past him, so
yeah,
I'm not gonna talk to him anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of just like to the point where things could like be resolved with a simple conversation, yeah. And like it's just to the point where like it feels like forced at this point.
We haven't heard that before.
Or when it feels like it's just being dragged along, I'm just like, okay, like these characters could have been gotten together or at least progressed, but like y'all are just doing it just to.
It's always the thrill in the chase, as they say.
Yeah, I guess that's what they're trying to do. It's a terrible. I can't stand it.
I know I don't like when you have the male character who's like the cool guy, and then it's that girl who just like won't stop like trying to get at him, like she loves him so much, but he's just like giving her the cold shoulder every time.
Yeah.
Like your boy Sasuke.
You have no idea what it means to be alone.
Why are you saying that?
Because you're annoying.
Be cold. She belongs to the streets.
Like your boy Sasuke.
That's different though. I mean, that is part of the trope, but I feel like it's a little different because like he is a whole ninja and he was like traumatized as a child. So I just think I will say more so for Sakura than Sasuke. Okay. Like Sasuke definitely shouldn't have. He could have been better, but he had trauma. With Sakura, I just think she just wasn't even like written the best. Like when I first started Naruto, I really wanted them two together, but now that like I'm older and I've like rewatched it, if I had to put her with anyone, I would have put her with Rock Lee because he was like, because he was her day one. He won day one. Come on.
The bust down bob.
That bow cut, them eyebrows, like come on. That doesn't appeal to you. But he was on her side since day one. The way he was immediately about to like defend her and like during the tuning exams and everything, like everything she was asking for, he was right there.
Speaking of tuning exams, how do you feel about training arcs and stuff? Because I think
Training arcs are great.
Sometimes they last too long.
But like
that's
it
true.
Shows, I love a good training arc because it actually shows characters' progression. It's not just time skip. I'm stronger now, or like I've had this power inside me all along, and
I can't. That's the one thing I can't
hate
stand.
that so much.
I hate whether it's an anime or any movies. I remember what was it? The Mortal Kombat movie. that came back out where they had to get the tattoos or something, and then it was like, oh, you got powers or whatever. And then you got the main character who's a ripoff Johnny Cage, Cole or whatever. He didn't have no powers through the whole movie. His family getting beat up. He getting beat up by Goro. Goro is supposed to be the final boss in the original Mortal Kombat, and he just magically gets his little power, and then his comes right in. You unlock his special power, and then he just beats up Goro and wins. I'm like,
you know,
what type of nonsense?
It reminds me. You remember the episode of Dragon Ball where Gohan went to I was about to call him Super Comic Guru.
Super Comic Guru?
Because Dragon Ball Z abridged. But
oh my God, you might as well say Super Pokemon Goku.
But he went and, you know, he touched his head and unlocked his true potential and gave him a super power boost. Yeah, during the Namek saga. I'm like, why? Like, no, you didn't have to do all that. Like, I hate that trope so much.
What? Boy, if you don't get...
And another trope that I really dislike is the power of friendship.
Oh, I was just thinking that.
My God.
So I love a good villain. Like if a villain, you know, he's been training his whole life. I'm bad just because I want to be bad. You know, I love that. Like it's cool. Like I don't need to relate to the villain. I just want to see somebody who wants to watch the world burn. But like watching him get defeated by the power of friendship is kind of annoying because it's like he spent, you know, thousands of years training so he can be the strongest there is, and he loses to some 12-year-old because, you know, he has a bunch of friends and stuff.
Yugi, we're right here with you.
Yugi, you've got to believe in yourself.
You could do it. Just kick Kaiba's butt.
They're right. I've got to believe in the cards like my friends believe in me.
Draw your last pathetic card so I can end this, Yugi.
My grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba. But it does contain the unstoppable Exodia.
Ah, impossible!
What? No.
You just gotta believe.
No, absolutely not.
It's so silly. It just gives like, it's just straight up plot armor, and it's very like lazy because it's just like the creator, there are no stakes in the story. Yeah. You already know like they're going to win at the end of the day, and it's just like, what's the point of watching it if you already know the outcome?
That's a good point. I don't know. I just hate the power of friendship. Like it's such a cop out. Like
it is.
Especially when like a main character's getting beat down.
Yeah.
Like the whole episode he's getting
on the
beat
last
up.
leg.
Yeah, like
as much as I like Goku, seeing like, you know, when he's getting beat up and then it's like he gets images of all his friends like, you can do this, Goku, get him, and then he magically gets stronger. It's like, all right, bro, like.
Another reason why Vegeta doesn't need the power of friendship, and he's the best character.
He doesn't need the power of friendship.
I don't know. That one time when Beerus like kind of acted up, he was like, "My Bulma." All of a sudden,
that's the power of love.
That's different.
That's different.
Okay.
Not the power of friendship. No,
okay.
He slapped his wife.
That's true. But it's just like all that energy. Like I'm not saying he shouldn't have had it. Obviously he should have. But it's just like
it made him, you know, he was raging. Like
he can be more consistent with it. Like,
nah.
Learn how to keep.
Speaking of that. What do you think, like the trope of like the pervy dudes and then like the fan service? And, like, not both of y'all science. Not both of y'all.
It's the pervert character is about the same as like fan service. No, it's actually not the same because with fan service, I feel like it could be tied to the plot where it makes sense. The pervy character, unless they're there for. Unless they're there for the audience to like actually hate and it's set up that way, it's just like Master Roshi, I can't. Like Pervy Sage, I can't. The only one.
You don't like Jiraiya?
I like Jiraiya, but he just be too like.
He's endearing, but it ruins it when he's like, you know, all the sexy Jutsu episodes. Like it really ruins his.
What about your boy from Jujutsu Kaisen?
Who, Gojo?
No.
Oh, Toto?
Toto.
He doesn't count.
Didn't he say, I like women built like Megan Thee Stallion?
Whoa, hey.
What kind of woman's your type? If I don't like your answer, I may beat you half to death right here. My type of woman's a tall one with a big, gorgeous...
Well,
he does not count, sir.
Yeah, because that's different. He was just naming his type. He's not like out there preying on people.
It's not like he's it's not like he's in the show verse. Like every time he sees like Maki or somebody, like, you know, he gets a nosebleed.
Yeah,
so, like, he's different.
Or like Brock from Pokemon.
Bro, Brock was
Brock from Pokemon. If he was a female and you had a Pokemon, he was trying to get at you.
Yeah.
He was trying to get at you.
And then you said Sanji earlier, so it's funny because I typically don't like pervert characters, but Sanji is the exception because he's such a simp. It kind of cancels out for me a little bit. And he's just like, he's too respectable to the point where he won't fight a woman or anything. So I'm just like,
I feel like he's a bit melodramatic. But anyway, we gonna get back there. We gotta get back to another break, but we'll be right back. We gonna come back to this conversation because I don't like this. No, this is interesting.
Our connections make powerful things happen, uniting individuals and communities. We are Rotary. We are people of action. And together, we turn great ideas into reality by accessing our networks, our experience, and the best of ourselves to make a difference. Around the world, Rotary brings leaders together to build new friendships and to solve problems. Like in Austria, where generations work side by side to build sustainable housing and community centers. In India, volunteers run a mobile blood bank to help provide a steady blood supply for their local community. And in Taiwan, people are working hard to get vulnerable citizens the support and services they need. With over 1 million members, we know what people can do when they come together. Take action with us. Find out more at rotary.org/action.
And we're back. Now, we were just talking about all the anime tropes that we like and dislike. Now, I have one more that I just wanted to get off my chest before we continue to the sub versus dub, because that conversation needs to happen. Okay, filler. I cannot stand filler. Okay, I don't care. I don't know who is responsible, but you know how many animes I have not finished because of filler? I refuse.
But some of the filler's good though. There is some good.
I don't need to see Goku play a baseball game. No.
What? No. Okay, look. All right, hold on.
I don't need to see Naruto run around and do random adventures.
I agree. Filler is kind of trash because, I just want to get back to the main story. But there are a couple of filler episodes that are like Kakashi racing Mike Guy or like the baseball episode. Like, it's a couple fillers.
I can watch a 5-minute YouTube clip and save me a whole lot of time than watch the whole episode.
And it's not even their fault that filler happens because, they catch up to the manga, so they gotta,
I get that was, but still, that don't change the fact that I don't like it. Okay, and I almost watched My Hero.
Okay.
I stopped watching My Hero Academia until it started jumping again with that last season, because there's just so much filler. You already got too many characters. I don't want to sit there and learn about all these characters.
Wait, what filler?
It probably wasn't, but it felt like it.
Are you talking about the beach episode or
the episode where they was fighting them kids? What was it? It was like the B team. It wasn't even a regular. I think
that's not even filler. That's them fighting
not the training, but it was when they were the tournament thing they're doing against the classes.
No, they were fighting. It was like Bakugo, I think Todoroki, and then some other. I forgot who else.
The wind dude. You talking about the dude that created tornadoes?
I can't remember, but they were fighting a class of kindergartners.
Oh,
you remember
that was needed though. That wasn't filler.
Yeah. How?
That was part of the plot.
What do you mean?
Not watch the show?
No, because I was over it. I was like, get this off my screen.
It was for character progression for Bakugo and Todoroki.
Yeah.
To make them better heroes.
Yeah.
You gotta know how to interact with kids and
just civilians. Period.
Right.
That's why they failed the last time.
Boo, boo.
See, y'all don't want y'all characters to progress.
What's no progression?
What do you mean? They could have done other things. Go fight somebody. You up here fighting some kindergarten, and they was losing too. That's the funny thing.
Yeah, because the next generation is gonna be more powerful. So,
yeah.
Of course they're gonna get kind of.
Speaking of My Hero, I wanted to talk about the trope of no dads and terrible dads.
What you need a dad for?
What you mean you need a dad for? I keep coming after Endeavor. Endeavor's not good. No, Endeavor's not a good person.
Look, I understand a lot of my characters are questionable parents. However, right? It makes them stronger as characters.
Does it? I feel like it makes them more broken.
Yeah, that
or the more broken you are, the stronger you are.
You know to take a look at how many anime characters don't have a father.
Technically Gohan.
Technically Gohan.
But then Piccolo his dad, so we're gonna take that away. Gon from Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
Midoriya.
Yeah, Midoriya don't got no daddy.
Yusuke.
Yusuke Urameshi don't got no daddy. It's just his mom.
Naruto. Don't even got either of his parents.
It makes the characters more complex.
Luffy.
It's like how Disney has this thing where they just don't give characters moms. It just makes the characters more complex.
And they wonder why black people like anime. It's no, let me stop.
But yeah, granted, a lot of these characters are very questionable parents. I will admit that. But it gives the character more depth when they have trauma. Because like if you introduce like a perfect character like off rip, a lot of people are gonna lose interest.
Like OP character like Gojo.
Happy perfect.
Yeah, like
everybody just love Gojo.
I don't know. Everyone loves Gojo though.
It's like One Punch Man. Like just a lot of people get bored with it because it's like all right.
But you know, I feel like they could find like other like relatable things that don't have to do with parents. Like you can have. What about the kids who have both parents and just have other things they're dealing with?
Like what? Like who though?
Technically, Aaron Yeager don't got
Dang. But you got like family.
He actually got all his dad problems too.
That gave his dad problems.
Yeah, his dad gave
him
the problems.
Nah, he's a whole separate thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's jump into this, segue into this sub versus dub. Which one are y'all watching first, subbed or dubbed?
Dub.
You know, I used to be a dub girly, but I have moved on to sub. But I have reasons behind that. Like, when I first started watching anime, like I said, I started with Dragon Ball Z, and then I ended up watching like a lot of romance anime, and that was in dub. And the dub for that feels so different than dub for action. So when I got back into like action anime, it just, I don't know, I noticed that like a lot of during that time anime wasn't as popular, so you had like a rotation of the same voice actors, and so it just didn't hit the same anymore. And on top of that, like as the anime would progress, you had to wait a long time for the dub to release. I
I hate waiting. I hate that wait period when like you gotta wait for the dub because the sub will be out for like months.
Yeah.
But you know the dub you usually gotta thug it out. So that's why I usually just wait until the dub because I don't know the way I watch stuff, I'll be watching it, but if I'm not locked in, I have to have it on dub because I'll be walking around doing something, cleaning my room or something. I want to hear it.
I don't understand how y'all watch TV like this. Like
I just do it. Like
you sit and watch it.
Sometimes when I eat, I gotta look down at my food. I'm not gonna.
Right.
That's different. But you're doing like chores or like homework or something while watching TV. Like that's what music is for.
No.
Okay, but like to jump back to what you said, like it's not really a fair comparison to say a lot of dub voices, like a lot of them rotate. Because I didn't realize this, but a lot of sub actors do the same, but because we don't know the language, like we don't
recognize the voice.
Well,
yeah,
it's not even just that. Because also the way they sound. Because like some characters, when you hear them in English, they should have like a lower pitch, and they have a high pitch voice. And then you like listen to them like in Japanese, and like the voice actors, if it sounds like they should have a lower pitch, they'll have lower pitch. And like I don't know, I just feel like they just switch it up way more.
I do feel like when it comes to like action and stuff, I feel like I have to watch dubbed and subbed for certain shows. I'm gonna watch Attack on Titan subbed because the emotion and inflection that they emote when they like speak. Unmatched. Same thing with like My Hero. Like when they scream I'd rather watch My Hero dub.
Yeah, My Hero's a good. I watch it sub, but from what I've seen, like the movies, My Hero's a good dub.
Yeah.
So for me, honestly, I prefer dub over sub because like if I'm doing something, I want to be able to hear it and like understand what's going on, and I have to look back, But if I start a show in like sub or dub, that's normally how I'll continue it, unless I happen to hear something that's a little bit different. But like Attack on Titan, I started it dubbed, so like, all right, I finished it dubbed.
Oh really? I finished it sub. Because if it's like something I'm really into, like Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan, the only ones I watch subbed like all the way through.
So like, I'll finish it dubbed, but like if I don't want to get spoiled, they're gonna talk about it. Like I'll all right, let me just sit down for like.
Me X.
Anyways, I'll sit down for like 20 minutes on my day. Like all right, let me catch up because I need to watch this. But like other shows, like if I'm watching, and also like it depends on who the voice actors are in the show. Like if I hear like Chris Sabat or other voice actors that are like recognizable, all right, I'm definitely watching.
He does Piccolo, Vegeta, All Might. Didn't he do somebody from Attack on Titan? I swear he did. I don't know. That man has been everywhere, but.
Yeah, like sometimes dub really has those moments. Like it's just better.
Anyways, long story short, we gonna finish this episode in dub because I'm not speaking no Japanese. But anyway, I appreciate you guys for joining me, Treasure and Jamal. We got another episode in the books. Thank you for helping me bring back the show in style and everything. But stay tuned, everybody. More episodes coming. I can't even speak. What is wrong with me right now? I don't even know what I'm talking about. But anyway, appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure y'all tune into the next show. We're out of here.